The Tigers resounding winners in Sunday footy. The dark days are in the rearview mirror.
Well, the Tigers fans, they'll be hoping they see that combination for the next 10, 12 years. Jareem Buller and Lachlan Galvin, the real future of the club.
One of the NRL's rising superstars will be on the move, with the West Tigers confirming Lachlan Galvin has chosen to leave when his current contract expires at the end of next season.
It was felt from Lachie Galvin and his camp that under Benji Marshall, Lachie Galvin would not reach his potential, and that's gone down very badly at the West Tigers.
They've bagged Benji. It is disgusting. If anyone is qualified to coach a young 5'8" or half, it's Benji.
Is it correct to your knowledge that the reason Lachie's leaving is because of your coaching?
I think so. Everyone thinks I can't coach anyway, so it's not that different to what's being said.
But he's our coach, and at the end of the day, you know, if you disrespect him, you're sort of disrespecting us as a team. So I don't stand for that.
Lachie Galvin acts from the Tigers' side to face the Eels on Easter Monday.
Captain Jerome Luai's Team First social media post was followed up by a swipe from teammate Sania Taruva.
I find it quite disgusting what they're all doing on social media.
I don't think it can go on for 18 months.
Benji has made him stand in front of the group and make him explain why he wants to leave the club and got howled down.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
He's now at loggerheads with the playing group.
A poster boy and West Tigers saviour, right now Galvin is a pariah.
If he's in the right mindset, if his heart's in the right spot and he deserves to wear the jersey, then by all means come and play with us.
People need to understand they're really good people and they want the best for their son. It's rugby league. The kid's going to move on. At the end of 2026 when he goes, the club will move on and so will he. So let's just chill with all the that's coming his way and just let him play footy.
An impassioned plea there from Benji Marshall during the week. There is just so much to this story, so many angles and how it all fits together. Tubby, how have you seen it and who's at fault most here? Where do you start?
Well, where do you start? Firstly, I'd say Benji Marshall, well done. He's the one who's probably looked the loser at the start of the week, but I think he's come out not so much smelling of roses, but looking really good. The biggest question to me is why, and why now? Like, I can only assume there was rumours behind the scenes that Lachie Galvin was looking to move on. But it's in the next football season, 2026. And here we are having this massive debate 18 months out. So I assume then that the club have jumped in and offered him a massive deal to stay at the club, which has now been refused. And then they've thrown in that Benji Marshall's not a great coach to add insult to injury, which is terrific, really. And as I said, that's why I reckon Benji's done a great job by sticking with him, saying they're good people, let's move on. So well done to him. Not a great look for Lachie Galvin. That's the worry for me. He's 19 years old. And one thing I'd say to managers in general is that contracts aren't just about money. They're about relationships. Now, the money for Lachie Galvin will be there for years to come, but so far he's way down here in terms of relationships. He's got some relationship building or rebuilding to do.
You mentioned the manager, and this is the thing, Georgie, like some of the things that Lachie Galvin has said, i.e., I don't think I'm going to get the best out of myself under Benji Marshall. I mean, does that sound like a 19-year-old or does it sound like someone loading some bullets?
Absolutely not. I wonder who's fed this to him, because as a 19-year-old kid in a team where you're playing with what essentially were your idols when you were 15, 16 growing up, you don't come into a team and think you're better than everybody. Who's feeding this to him to create this inflated ego? Sure, apparently he's going to be one of these players that are generational players, but he's not there yet. He's 19. You still need to grow into one of those players. So doing a little bit of a disservice, his management and potentially his family, as opposed to just letting him play the game, letting his footy do the talking instead of letting his future potential that you haven't played to yet getting in the way.
Roddy?
No, I just think it's so disruptive to the player group. That's been my biggest takeaway, is you're seeing this feud going on social media, and we're 18 months away from him ever leaving the club. He's still got pretty much two full seasons left playing here, and like, what does that do to team morale going into the next week? And to your point, like, Why are we talking about this now? It's 18 months before anything's going to happen. Why are we allowed to talk about this now? Why are these negotiations happening now when it's so disruptive in the middle of the season? And it's disruptive to him, disruptive to his teammates, and he might have a totally different perspective in 18 months, but he's kind of locked in now into a role that maybe he doesn't actually want to be in, the person who sort of wants the most money and wants to leave the club. And maybe his coaching will come around with Benji and he'll really like it in 18 months. You just don't know.
You do get the feeling that this is a story that's just still got so much more to give. And we'll be talking to Brad Fittler a little bit later when he joins us on the panel. But there is just so much to that story.